what's going on? It's Serge here again. Welcome back to a brand new video. Today we are going to be talking about mining rig cases. Now, mining rig cases are kind of a little sketchy topic when it comes to crypto miners in general. Some people like to have them. Some people like to not have them. It's not a necessary thing to have in your crypto miner, but I like to have them because it just looks so much better to have all your stuff compacted into one little case like this, and it makes it portable. I just unplug the power, unplug the Ethernet cable, and I can just carry all this $1,000 wherever I want around my house. I used to have it strung up here on this particular shelf, but I decided to put it as my backdrop now. But I used to have it just like under here, under a shelf. I'd hang the GPUs, and then I'd relay down the box that the motherboard came in, and I just put the motherboard on top, and then just like lay the power supply to the side, and just have the SSD or hard drive just sit wherever it decides to land on the shelving unit. And there's plenty of room, so it's not like you have to worry about that. But I'm so much more happy with having this kind of case that I have here. It just makes it portable, which is very important to me because I need to have it in different locations depending on the situation. Right now it's the winter time and it's actually pretty cold. So I live in the basement, so one side is insulated and the other side of the basement's not. So during the summer, I would keep it on that side of the house, but right now, I'm going to keep it right here in front of where I record, because it kind of looks cool to just have it sitting here slightly in view. And it keeps the room pretty warm, so I enjoy keeping it here, but I just have to turn it off for like 10 minutes whenever I record, because it's going to be loud, and I don't want that in the video. So this video is going to show you different types of mining cases that you can get, from the cheapest to the most expensive to the most, I don't know, like friendly, user-friendly, like ones that'll like just come with the bare bones, and some will come with extra like bits and pieces, and some of the cases will let you like screw in the motherboard to the case itself, some won't. So let's get into it. The first one I have here is the cheapest of the cheapest from Malaysia. Now, I don't really know what material is made out of. It looks like the bottom could be made out of a plank of wood, and then the rest is aluminum angles, but it does come with everything you need to screw down the motherboard and screw down the power supply. It'll also come with screws to screw down the SSD and everything you need to screw down the GPUs probably. It looks like a pretty good case, but it is from Malaysia, so you don't know how long that's going to take to ship to you. Maybe it takes like a week or maybe even a month, who knows. But even if you're waiting for this case to come in and you have all the rest of your computer parts, you could definitely set up a makeshift rig that'll just last you until the rig arrives. So that's not too big of a deal. You could just kind of have them sitting on the risers and just kind of have them laying around on the table or something, and they'll be still mining and stuff, and it'll be fine. Now, if you want to go in the US, because you want to get your mining rig case a little bit quicker, you're going to be spending a little bit like $10 to $20 more. As you can see, we have one here that's pretty cheap. It's going to come with all the aluminum angles unassembled, so you have to assemble that. The previous one will probably take a little bit of assembly too, but this one is completely unconstructed. This one will not come with anything to tie anything down, as I can see. It looks like on the bottom there, you're going to have to throw down the motherboard box and then lay the motherboard on top of it, because you don't want it touching aluminum. That's just not a good idea. But maybe you'll zip tie down everything, because it looks like all the aluminum has holes in it, so you'll be able to strap things down because everything will be pretty close. But this one doesn't look as good, because if you try and pick it up, I think everything's just going to fall out the bottom. So if you want that one, that's alright. But there is a way better one that you can buy in the US. It's a wooden one, which is this one I'm showing you on screen. Kind of looks like mine. This one comes with a complete plywood on the bottom, so you can put things there. Mine just came with a few beams across it, so you can lay things down on top of it. I actually applied my own piece of plywood to the bottom of this rig that I supplied, and I just put some spacers that kind of look like this. It's just 4 pieces of cardboard, 1 inch by 1 inch, and I just wrapped it in duct tape, and that's a spacer right there that'll keep it off of the wood. That aluminum angle one was like about, I don't know, like $65, and this one only has 2 available, because I think this guy accidentally bought them, but you can definitely buy from someone on eBay who just makes these for a living and literally just sells these wooden frames for 50 bucks. I mean, with this rig alone, I'll be able to pay off 50 bucks in like 5 days, so 5 days is absolutely nothing. If you were to fill up this rig all the way, you could definitely pay off the frame itself in like 3 days. It's so much more valuable. It has a lot of value to me when you're able to move everything out together just for 50 bucks. It's unnecessary. I think I'm going to live with these wooden frames forever. These wooden frames are absolutely, I love them. I can't live without them now that I've lived with them. It just makes things so much easier and so much more compact rather than having a whole shelf dedicated to it. So here's where we get to a little bit expensive, but a little bit more premium. So these websites called Parallel Miner and Mining Cave sell mining cases similar to this, but just, it's going to have all the bells and whistles when it comes to like having things be neat. Like the metal on this is like, it's all going to be rounded off. Nothing's going to cut you or stuff like that. That case with the aluminum angles I showed you before, I don't know how like worked on that metal is. It could be like sharp or something, but this is premium. This is premium for Parallel Miner. $179, a 6 GPU open air mining rig case. Now it's going to have everything you need to tie down the motherboard, tie down your power supply, tie down anything that is generally inside of a mining rig. And it'll come with the screws to screw it in at the top. It'll have everything you need. You can buy it now with on this website. You can buy it with cryptocurrency. So if you earn up enough cryptocurrency, you could just buy it straight with like Zencash or something, or not Zencash. They don't support Zencash. They support Zcash. So you could buy it with Zcash. But this website also has a 12 card package where you strap everything to the bottom, and then there's 2 shelves. It's basically the same concept, just one extra row. They have also another option, as you could see, with a lot of stuff already there. So there's going to be risers, there's going to be cables to plug in the GPUs to the server power supply, and there's going to be fans. All you need to do with this one is supply your own motherboard, your SSD or something, and I guess another power supply to power up the motherboard and the CPU. So that's for $400. I haven't really done the math to see if it's going to save you money, because I don't know if you buy all that stuff separately, it might be cheaper, but I didn't check. So yeah, let's go over to Mining Cave now. As you can see, it's all out of stock for the open air editions. They do have some like mining boxes, which kind of looks sketchy. Looks like it could run a little hot. There is tons of different mining rig frames on eBay. Also, you can go on there, just search by cheapest and by location, depending on where you want it to get shipped from. But it looks like, to me, eBay is definitely the best place to get a mining rig frame, cheap, and this one works completely fine for me. I mean, the cable management on this rig is not particularly good, but I'm never looking at it. The point of having a mining rig is to be able to just let it sit there, do its thing, don't touch it, and it just earns you money, it's beautiful. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video on some mining rig frames. Definitely let me know some stuff in the comments that I can improve on. Leave a like if you did. Tell me you exist. I don't know, just tell me anything in the comments. Let the comments section be rampant and stuff. So yeah, that's it for this video. I'll see you in the next crypto mining video.